Next time you are at an airport, look out at the runway. Dozens of airplanes, different airlines, different logos, different countries, but almost all of them share one thing. They are white, not blue, not silver, not covered in flashy designs from nose to tail. Just white. It looks simple, almost boring. But that color choice is not about style. It is about physics, safety, money, and survival at 35,000 feet. And once you know why airplanes are painted white, you will never look at the sky the same way again. Part 1. The sun is the first enemy. Up in the sky, there is nothing to hide from the sun. On the ground, buildings, trees, and clouds provide shade. But at cruising altitude, an airplane is fully exposed to intense solar radiation for hours at a time. Darker colors absorb more heat. White reflects it. That one simple fact has huge consequences. If an airplane were painted dark blue, red, or black, its surface temperature would rise much higher while flying and even while sitting on the runway. More heat means more expansion of the metal and composite materials that make up the aircraft's body. Airplanes go through extreme temperature swings, freezing cold at high altitude, blazing heat on the ground. White paint helps keep those temperature changes smaller and more manageable, reducing stress on the structure. It is basically sunscreen for a 70-ton machine. Part 3. Safety inspections become easier. Here is something most passengers never think about. Airplanes are constantly inspected for tiny cracks, dents, leaks, and damage. Engineers walk around the aircraft before and after flights, looking for anything unusual. White makes this job much easier. Cracks, oil leaks, fluid stains, bird strikes, and structural damage stand out clearly against a light surface. On a dark painted aircraft, small issues could be harder to see. Catching a tiny crack early can prevent a serious problem later. In aviation, early detection is everything. That simple white surface is like a blank page that makes every flaw easier to spot. And in an industry where safety is non-negotiable, that matters a lot. Part 4. Weight is money. Paint is heavier than you think. Covering a large commercial airplane with multiple layers of colored paint can add hundreds of kilograms of extra weight. That extra weight means more fuel burned on every single flight. White paint usually requires fewer pigment layers than bright or dark colors. Simpler paint jobs weigh less. Even a small reduction in weight can save an airline thousands or even millions of dollars in fuel over the life of an aircraft. So white is not just a color choice. It is a financial strategy. Part 5. White ages better. Airplanes live tough lives. They face UV radiation, rain, hail, dust, pollution, and extreme temperature changes. Over time, paint fades and degrades. White holds up better under sunlight than many darker or brighter colors. It fades more slowly and shows less obvious discoloration. That means airlines do not have to repaint their aircraft as often, which saves money and keeps planes in service longer. Repainting a plane is expensive and takes it out of operation for days or weeks. Every day a plane is grounded, it is not making money. White helps reduce that downtime. Part 6. Fire and emergency visibility. In rare emergency situations, visibility matters. White aircraft are easier to spot from the ground, from the air, and even at sea. In the event of an accident or emergency landing in a remote area, a bright white fuselage is more visible to rescue teams than a dark one. It is not the main reason planes are white, but it is another small safety advantage that adds up. Part 7. Branding still finds a way. If white is so practical, why do we still see colorful airplanes? Because airlines still need branding. Logos, tail designs, and stripes are added in color while most of the main body stays white. This gives airlines visual identity without sacrificing the benefits of a light base color. It is a compromise between marketing and engineering. The plane becomes a flying billboard, but still follows the rules of physics. The sky's most practical color. So airplanes are not white because designers lack imagination. They are white because white reflects heat, protects the structure, helps engineers spot damage, reduces weight, saves fuel, resists fading, and even improves visibility in emergencies. It is one of those quiet design decisions where science, safety, and economics all agree. And now, the next time you look up and see a white jet crossing the sky, you will know. That simple color is doing a lot more work than you ever imagined. Wait, that is why.